go. Look who I got with me this morning. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, good evening, or whatever part of the world you happen to be watching us from this morning. You know, I thought about, I'm actually traveling. We're traveling. And what I did do is I thought about, I'm like, okay, listen here. We're going to do coupling at 10 o'clock. But we are traveling. And so I'm so excited to see you all. Got Keisha. I'm getting rolls on my neck. I need to lose weight. You know when you get that
Baby,
double chin?
good.
Hold on, wait a minute. This double chin. You know when you starting to get weight because you get this double chin up here and then you feel like I got a pack of sausages. It look like sausages under my neck. So I got to work on that. Tamika, what's up?
Baby.
Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you kindly.
You sound like a slave. Thank you kindly, sir.
Thank you kindly, boss. Good morning. How are you? Robinson Amanda Inez is on here. Dr. Tuesday Tate. God bless you all. Good morning to you all. I am traveling, and we are traveling. Alicia Hickerson, it's so good to see you. I just got your message. Please forgive me. Carrie Savage. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, No, see, look, when I go like this, you see the sausages right there. It's the sausage neck. When you go there, Anita White, what's up?
Beautiful.
You lean down. Toshiba said, good morning, apostles. Alicia Carr, you see the look, there's sausages. Like, look at that. Look, Fred. Look at that.
See,
Dawn, good morning. How you doing? God bless you all. It is called Chronicles. Frederica, I just answered your message. God bless you all. I said that I was going to do coupling. Well, we said we was going to do coupling. God bless you, Lucy. At 10 o'clock, but we're going to do it now because we are going to be in the car because we are heading to handle some business. Overseer, God bless you. Timothy, God bless you. Hopkins was such a beautiful, beautiful wife. Happy Mother's Day again. Thank you, everybody.
Happy
for your
Mother's Day to everybody.
Day cards. Gwen, you need to put that in the mail. Zelda, God bless you. I thank God for all of you who gave me Mother's Day gifts.
Leave your neck alone.
I think I'm trying to...
I'm working. I got this. Now, this going to be on... Can I get a plug?
Go ahead.
I'm plugging this right now.
Plug it.
I want to plug it.
Plug it.
So, on God's Man on Deck, I'm going to do... If it ain't perfect, you can't work it.
Ooh, good God.
Just hanging there for that.
All right, come
Baby,
on.
you're perfect.
Thank you. God's Man on Deck on Thursday nights at 7. I'm rubbing it because sometime in my mind, I think if I rub it, it'll be like a race. It'll go away.
Leave it alone, baby.
Hi.
You're beautiful, baby.
Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Connie. Oh, thank you. Tamika said that too. So I'm going to talk to you about some things. Sarah Taylor, God bless you all. We want to talk about something, and as we are traveling, the Holy Spirit pressed upon my heart to talk about this topic. Freddie Flowers, God bless you. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this topic. This topic is necessary. I want you to click. I need you to tag. I need you to share someone that it's Car Chronicles time, but it's coupling times at Car Chronicles time because I'm traveling. I know we're going to get crazy, and I'm not going to have a time to do it. And on Mondays, we try to do this with Apostle Fred D. Good. Y'all need to follow him as well. I didn't put the topic down because I want people to log on first, and I will edit it and put the specific topic. The topic that we're going to talk about today is it's never enough. It is never enough. It's never enough. Now, why am I going to say this? I'm going to say this because the Bible speaks about the heart of man is never satisfied.
Yeah.
But what do you do in a relationship? Now, this can go for couples. It could go for a relationship as a whole, like a mother and a daughter, or a father and a son, or just parents and children. Period.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like you're never enough? And the reason why we're going to speak about this is because you guys have to understand, sometimes being connected to people and they're never satisfied has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can mean that that person is not satisfied within themselves, or that you're doing all that you can and it's not enough for them because they can't even comprehend the hell that you're going through trying to provide a good life, a healthy relationship, or what they need to survive, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying to you is, this topic is going to hurt, but it's going to help. So as a man,
As a man.
How is it that men find themselves being connected to relationships and they always say, you know what, she is never satisfied. I don't care what I do, I don't care what I say, I don't care what it is, I can't satisfy her.
I think what happens is over time, I think it starts out in a place.
Okay.
It starts out in a good place and it doesn't start out like that.
Okay.
But somewhere along the line, the two people become comfortable.
Okay.
And somewhere in that and working this life and doing these things to have whatever, one partner that's not satisfied with themselves begin to badger the other partner.
Okay.
This really happens when you got two people that's got vision. If you got two people that has, and when I say vision, not ministry, when you have two people that have a different vision for their separate lives, and one of them is trying to move one way and the other one is trying to move, and it's crazy because one of them could be successful, but if the other one doesn't feel like their life is adding up, they'll begin to, and it's almost like a jealousy, almost like a fight that start happening, that they'll come after that other partner and they'll constantly say, you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that, and even with, you ain't being a good wife, you ain't being a good husband, you're not providing this, you're not providing that, and I think it just, after a while, it, as a man, it begins to break a man down.
So when a woman keeps badgering, because that's what the word is badgering.
Badgering.
So in a relationship, if a woman keeps badgering, the number one thing that women will badger their husbands about is finances. He's and I guess this, now don't throw me under the bus, please. I gotta say this. We have been programmed that the men are the providers.
And we are.
Crystal said, wow.
We are.
The men are the providers. But what happens in a relationship if the man does not meet that financial bar? Because it's a financial bar. A man can provide. You got shelter, you got a roof over your head, y'all got a decent car to drive, you got food, you got clothes. But if she wants to live a specific lifestyle,
that's where it comes in.
That's where it becomes a problem, because a lot of men are killing themselves.
Yes.
Someone said, come on, somebody.
Yes.
Killing themselves because their wife, specifically the woman, wants to live a certain lifestyle. And so what happens is she becomes badgering to him, especially if she's comparing her lifestyle to her girlfriends. And the boy, look, and the husband or the boyfriend is an NFL player.
Or just wanting more, because, and this is the thing, if a man is making $700 a week,
okay,
say a man is making $700 a week, but you want to stay in something that's $1,800, that's $2,400 a month,
right?
Then the numbers don't add up,
right?
So, but this was happening. Credit allows it,
right?
So the credit lets you in there, but now every dime you're struggling to stay in something because of what it looks like, but at the same time you don't have enough. So guess what? You're living in this great place, but you still staying in struggle. Right.
And so a lot of times in relationships, what happens is you begin to live above your means to please the person that you're with. Credit will get you in there, but finances keep you in there.
Yes.
So it means that both of you have to work to maintain something. A man should never, ever, 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 ever put the family in a position to please the wife where the family is in struggle. At some point in time, he's got to say, listen, we can't afford a 7-bedroom house.
Yeah.
We can't do it. And so just because he wants to please her, he'll fix his credit, put it in it, and then there'll be a foreclosure in no time. Shane, who prepares credit, said you're talking. I believe that everybody should take a page out of the Jewish book. And I'm going to say this. Sometimes you find people and they are wearing the same old shoes. They will duct tape their shoes. I'm not saying to this extent, but they'll have it in the bank as opposed to on their back.
Yeah.
I think women have to get an understanding. Yeah, he providing, but you got to do your part too. Sometimes a man could be beat down because we want red bottom shoes, or because bundles are like a good hair bundles is like a grand a pack. But I think that both, the Bible says 2 salaries are better than 1. Did you know that's in the Bible? 2 salaries are better than 1. But we've been programmed that he provides. But you got to help him too. Now, this is where
it goes both ways, though.
It does go both ways, but we've been programmed that the man is the provider, friend.
Yeah. We've been programmed that. Society has programmed that, and it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. But what happens to a man is, after a while, if you've told him so many times in so many ways, even if he's breaking his back and working, I'm talking about people that's working for real now. If he's told that so many times, then somewhere he begins to break down. His mentality begins to break down. Subconsciously, he begins to say to himself that he's not enough. Subconsciously, he begins to be overweight, underachieving,
right.
Stop moving,
Right.
and at some point, he's just working and just kind of surviving, just kind of becoming whatever
right.
life is kind of throwing at him now,
right.
instead of now achieving,
right.
because he's not getting that support, he's not getting that push.
She wants him to be better, but
Yes.
she's not helping him be better. I believe that you're supposed to be better for each other.
Yes.
But now let's go deeper. Suppose you get involved with someone that's never satisfied. I believe that when you with someone that's never satisfied, it means 2 things. They're not happy with you.
Yeah.
And they're not satisfied with themselves. 9 times out of 10, when you with someone and you feel like you are never enough, it possibly might be that you're not. Now this is gonna hurt, but it's gonna help you. You cannot be your level best for someone that doesn't see your worth, value, or respect you.
Yes.
It's just not gonna happen. You are beating a dead horse and frustrating yourself, trying to make someone love you, value you, or maintain a level of peace, because you're never gonna have peace with someone that is never satisfied. The Bible said the heart of man is never satisfied. I wrote this down. Most selfish relationships suffer from the bottom pit syndrome.
Yes.
Most selfish relationships suffer from a bottomless pit syndrome. That means you could buy her everything.
Or buy him everything.
Buy him everything.
Yeah.
And it's not enough. I remember this couple, and the husband bought her a brand new Honda Accord. He put a bow on it, and I'ma say it, and I know she's my girlfriend and she ain't gonna like me for that, but she'll be all right. For her birthday, he bought her a brand new Honda Accord. It was beautiful. Put a bow on it. He pulled up with the bow on it, and she looked at it like this. I don't want that. And he was like, what do you mean you don't want that? I'm not that kind of woman. And she took it back and bought her a Benz and drove up in the house. And he was like, what happened to the brand new car that I bought you? She said, that's not the type of woman I am. I'm a Benz woman, and bought a Benz. And as wrong as that was, I believe that at that time when she told me the story, she was selfish. Most women would be happy to get something like that. And I think sometimes when you have a person and they have issues within themselves, you could get involved with someone and put those issues out on them and make them responsible for stuff that you're supposed to fix within yourself.
That's right. Easily. I think, and again, when a person is not satisfied with themselves, and they have this picture, this is the thing about it. This was what came to my mind. Some of you have to forgive yourself and let loose the fact that you got divorced, and you have to come to an agreement that you could never do what the partner wanted you to do anyway.
Yeah, you gotta be okay with that.
You gotta be okay that
Yeah.
you were never enough.
Right.
Because some of that stuff is still sitting on some folk that were married. I was never enough.
Yeah.
And you gotta let that go.
But what about saying I wasn't enough for you?
Yes.
It's nothing wrong with saying that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm
It's
enough.
nothing,
but
right.
I wasn't enough for you.
Yeah, that's
because
good.
you could be with somebody else and you could be like, child, you more than enough. You could be with somebody else and you could be more than enough for them.
Yeah.
But when you're with someone and you're not enough, think about it. You may not be. You may not be enough that, watch this, whatever reason y'all got involved, I guarantee you, one man's trash
I was getting ready to
is
say
another
that.
person's
I
treasure.
was getting ready to say that.
And that's what that means. You could be looking at somebody like this, like, oh my God, you could be beautiful. I mean, you could be beautiful, and it could be that one little thing. It was that 80-20 rule. Oh, there's some truth in that. That one little 20% that they need to flourish. If you lack that, then you don't have enough. But I got 80% of it.
Yeah.
I got 80% of it. And you mean to tell me that's not enough? When a person is never satisfied, that 20%, they gonna pound you over the head just for that simple 20%.
And then you get with somebody, and you know, the Lord bring you into a relationship with somebody else that never experienced the 80.
Wow.
Like, never experienced the 80.
Wow.
Never had a woman or a man to treat them or
Wow.
to do certain things.
Wow.
And now the appreciation you got to get used to now. Yeah, you was way more than enough.
So
you way more than enough woman.
So let me
You're
ask
way
you a question.
more than enough man.
Can people live on a 20? That small 20%. Can a person really say, I will be grateful for this little 20%? Can they say that?
If you have not experienced it, I believe so. Because
That's tough, Fred.
I know. Well, hold up.
That's tough.
I'm just saying, if you haven't experienced a thing and something is given to you, even if it's not at 100%, it's still better than what you experienced.
Wow. Okay.
So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that, yeah, we need to come up to 100%. But a lot of us have been in relationships and and that's with friends, family, and all, that we were never enough for them. But if we gave that same percentage to somebody else, they would really appreciate it because they had an experience with that, what 80% of faithfulness looks like.
Right. Now, understand, a lot of people have got to first realize what it is that they need. You got to understand, what do you need?
Yeah,
that's why you have to verbalize, what do you need? Even in dating and marriage, you have to take inventory that I'm here at this level, and this level is not where I was or where you met me. This is the requirement that you need. The Bible says it. Dwell with your husband and wife, I'm going to say and wife, according to knowledge. That means that you got to give the knowledge. Look, babe, I know I used to like yada, 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 but now I realize that this is what I need. But you've got to love them enough to care. Can you do it or can I not? Now watch this. You got to say, I won't be able to do that. However, would you not settle, but can we compromise for this? Most women and men don't understand the power of compromise, let alone sacrifice. Compromise means the requirement could be this.
That's good.
But let's compromise that this will work too.
Yeah. Compromise, and it can be a bad. We can look at compromise as a bad word, but compromise is not a bad word when it comes to a relationship.
Yeah.
I think what has to happen so that, because now, and I know as we're speaking, some of you got marriages that you realize that over the years you didn't try to badger. Right. You didn't try to beat down.
And a man
it's just with situations that came up that you were pressed into.
Right.
And it became the relationship. It evolved to this. It evolved there. But it can be fixed. Right. You know, it can be fixed with a conversation, communication, and now saying, you know what? Let's compromise to make this situation better. If that means that we need to move out, if we had to move to save our relationship,
right? Would you be willing to do that?
Would you be able? Would you go? Would you be able to move? This is a question. If you to save your marriage, you know, to save that marriage, right? Would you move out of something else or move into something else? Because this is the thing. Sometimes downgrading can save something.
That's right. Amen.
Everything, every church that downsize, some churches that downsize save their ministries. Some people that downsize their homes, they save their homes and they save their finances, and they're living a lot better now and a lot happier because they didn't try to stay with it. They ain't got the baby. They ain't got that stress because they're not trying to survive with the Joneses, or they don't feel like they need to have something. Sometimes the heart of greed and pride can sneak in because now I got tenure and time with this person, and now I need to have the stuff. I got tenure, I got time, now I need the stuff, and it don't always come like that.
Right. I think also what happens when you're not enough and that person wants more, that person will make your life hell. That person will tell you a loser. That person will talk about you like a dog because they're angry, because in their mind they're saying you're supposed to provide everything that I need. And yes, they are, but to what detriment? Now this, I wrote this down because it kind of, it made sense to me. Never put someone's life in jeopardy because you require something. Never put someone's life in jeopardy because you require something. That means that you know that a person is stressed out. The number one cause of heart attacks and strokes is stress. Never put somebody in a stressful situation because you're not satisfied. That means I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you got to work 2 jobs. I don't care. It really is sad because when you don't make a person feel their value, you kill them every day slowly.
You kill them.
Every day. You kill them every day. And it's a selfish person that looks at a person and see that they are dying in a relationship. I don't care if it's mother, father, sister, brother, husband, and wife. And know that they are dying because they're trying their best to be enough for you. It's that song, I can't make you love me if I try. And people are dying because they're trying to say, look, I can be enough for you. You can't.
I think that type of relationship is like
it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's like high blood pressure.
Yeah.
When you're not taking no medicine or nothing.
Yeah.
You dying, but you don't even know that you're dying.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, a lot of relationships have evolved to that.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about saved folk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Till they have a mechanical relationship.
Right.
And now, especially men, and I can only talk for a man.
Right.
A man after a certain time, we just gonna take it.
Yeah.
You know, we just gonna take the badgering. We're gonna take it because especially if a man that's not non-confrontational, but not finna be one that's finna be arguing all the time. We'll just take it, bam, bam, bam.
Why?
And that's something.
Why?
That's the nature that it produces in certain relationships. You know, but if you got an open communication, that's something that we are making sure that we develop from day one is open communication.
Why does a man feel like he has to take that?
At a certain point,
but babe, wait.
Okay.
See, when a man takes stuff like that, that's when he is far removed.
Yes, you're right.
He is far removed.
Shut down.
He shuts down. He is shut down. He's far removed. I think that sometimes.
And a woman too.
Yeah, women too. But men will stay.
Yeah.
Women will endure. They will endure. But women have outlets too. You know, we got girlfriends, social groups, we talk, retail therapy, we do all kind of things.
Yeah,
men
we
just
don't.
stay.
Men, we don't do that.
No, no, you don't stay.
A man will talk to. We'll talk to maybe 1 or 2 men. But we're programmed. We're programmed to stay.
Yep.
And also, I'm gonna throw this in there. That's why a lot of them will start drinking,
Yeah.
and that's why a lot of men entertain relationships with other women, and
Right.
they'll stay home with the one that they got. And this is a bad thing, but this is the reason why we must stay conscious to who our husband and our wife is, so we'll open up other doors.
Right.
Because after you done beat a person down so much, something gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a reaction.
Yeah.
One way or another, some type of reaction gonna happen.
Yeah. I think that, you have to ask yourself, not are you enough, can you become that? Because real love requires sacrifice. And understand that even if you don't have that 20%, do you love them enough to understand why you don't have the 20%?
None of them love to adjust.
And love them enough to adjust. That doesn't mean that you're going to die in it. You got to ask yourself, is it necessary? How do we compromise? And that's the bottom line. Sometimes, I never will forget, I was in a relationship and I was like, can you just work?
Right.
Can you just get a job? Can you just, and I was crying and I was frustrated and I was losing my mind. Can you just, even if you get a job where there's some benefits, can you just work? And every day they would see me crying and frustrated, and I would be, and because I'm a communicator, and I would be saying, can you just go get a job? And every day they'd be like, I'm too old to work. What do you mean you too old to work? And every excuse was on the table. And I would compromise. I'd be like, well, you don't even have to work full time. Work part time. Get some benefits, something.
Get something.
It is very frustrating to be with someone, and it's just the simple requirements of life that you can't follow through. What is your enough? That's what I'm saying. Identify.
That's really good.
Yeah, identify what your enough is.
Go ahead, baby.
No, go ahead, baby.
No, I was saying that's really good because we have to now, especially being, especially we that are adults, and some of you, even the younger generation that are coming into these relationships, you got to say what it is. Say what it is. You have to say what you require.
Yeah.
As a man or a woman, you got to say what it requires to be with you.
Right.
You got to say what it requires, what type of relationship you want.
Right.
If a person say, I want to be with you for the rest of their life, what do they need? What do they need to accomplish?
Yeah. What do we need to accomplish?
Make
what do we need to accomplish?
Yes.
To have forever.
What do we need to accomplish to have forever?
What do we need to accomplish to have forever? And you've got to hold to that. And you have to reassess it. And you got to take inventory. Did I become that or did I not? Are you frustrated with me because I didn't become that? Why can't I become that? Or how about it's not in my nature to do that? It's not in my nature to do that. There's some people, unfortunately, that you get involved with selfish people. So you can't tell me that you love me. And there's no compromise and there's no sacrifice.
That's right.
Jesus didn't say, I love you. He didn't say, I love you. He didn't say that. He showed you by coming, what he did is he didn't open his mouth. He yielded himself and he succumbed to death because he had to show the people that I love you. In relationships, are you really showing the person that I love you? What about appreciating them? What about appreciating them? Appreciating them is, I thank you because even though you didn't do that, you came close enough.
You know, one thing, baby, I was thinking about as you was talking to him, is that in a marriage or in a relationship, everything goes back to the Word of God.
Yeah.
He told us to write the vision,
make it plain,
and make it plain,
that it may speak.
And this is the thing, that it may speak, so that we can run with it.
Right.
The one thing that can save a relationship, a marriage, that you may be hearing us and you might, dang, you know, we sound like that, is that if you and that person are at a point that you know that it's salvageable, then go back and write the vision. Communicate what you want. Let the other person communicate what they want, and then say, this is where we want to go, and then involve God in it. A lot of times things don't happen because God is not involved in it. Yeah. It just kind of just becomes something, and the relationship just becomes something, and it's just moving along with time and the years, but we really gave God any type of real input, whether we really didn't pray, we really didn't ask, and it just becomes something.
What about people who haven't tried? What about people who are trying and it's still not enough? Like if you say, okay, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, go home and try that, and you try and they still got a problem. What happens with people like that? That especially with therapy and counseling and stuff like that. Well, go home and do this and go home and do this.
Baby, that kind of go back to what we was talking about last week. Folk talking about we trying to get folks divorced. We got to watch that one.
No, I'm just saying, no.
No. Little shade, just a little shade.
No, but I'm saying, suppose you have a conversation and you speak to someone and you give them sound advice and you're like, why don't you just go buy her some roses? Or buy him, because men like roses too, ladies.
Right.
Men like roses too.
Right.
Men like flowers too. So go and
men like appreciation.
Yeah, men like to be appreciated just like we do. They do too. Suppose you like go home and on your way home from work, just stop by and get her some roses. And you stop by and you get her some roses, and she's like, they the wrong color. You know what I mean?
Right.
What do you mean they're the wrong color? You're lucky I stopped and got them at all. No matter what you do,
it's frightening.
It's never enough.
It's really frightening.
You go and you buy them. You could go and you could stop by Godiva's and you could get them some Belgian chocolate. I appreciate you. You could write a card. You could say, look, you asked for a dozen roses, but I couldn't afford a dozen roses. But at least I got you a half a dozen.
Right.
And they still are not satisfied. what do? If you've tried everything and they still are not satisfied, I'm taking them to work. You pick them up from work, you taking them to work, you picking up from work, you taking them from work, but they still not happy. I need a car. Okay, can you do that? It's like, what do you do?
Unfortunately, some of these situations are not going to be salvageable because a person has to make up their mind at some point, am I finna live the rest of my life like this? Because this is sad to say, there's some people that's gonna go to the grave broken and shattered.
Yeah.
You know, in a comfortable marriage that's sad.
Jasmine said leave.
You know, I mean, there's gonna be some situations that somebody gonna have some courage to say, hey, this ain't working. Because this is the thing, and we're gonna be really talking about this subject.
Yeah.
What the Lord says, whatsoever I've put together. This is the thing that I recognize about me and Jamila. You can recognize something God puts together because it's something that far surpasses anything that we in our cognitive,
and it's effortless,
right, in our mind could put together. So you first of all, is that person? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
maybe it could be they were supposed to become that person.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, this is when you got to look at those relationships. But unfortunately, again, some of these situations you just have to have courage with the other person to sit down and ask them, hey, can we make it?
Yeah. Shanice B, you guys tag and share it so we can hurry up because we get ready to go. Shanice B said, leave. You drive yourself crazy being with someone like that. Vivian Ingalls is crying. I hope that we're saying something to encourage you. You will drive yourself crazy because you begin to believe that you are the problem.
Oh, man.
When you're not the problem. Because I'm talking about the person that's really trying to make that person see that, you know what, I am enough. You will hurt yourself trying to convince people that you are when it's not them. They're not the problem. It could possibly be that they're not satisfied within themselves, or you don't even have it that you don't have what they need.
Yeah,
Do you know it's okay to say, I don't have what you need?
Yeah.
It's okay to say, look, I don't have. First Lady Vaughn, it's good to see you, sweetie. I've been praying. It's okay to tell a person, look, I can't become that. You're looking for your ex.
Yeah, right. Are you looking for something else?
Somebody else.
Are you looking for somebody else?
I can't become. It's gonna hurt your feelings, but it's gonna save your life. It's okay to say, I can't become your mama. I can't become your daddy.
Yeah.
I'm not your ex. I will never be your ex.
Yeah.
I'm not. And there are people who are in alternative lifestyle.
That's really good.
That says, look, I know you got away from that, but I'm not that. I'm a man or I'm a woman. I'm a heterosexual now. I don't care what your proclivity, problem, or issue is. Do not kill someone because they cannot become what you want them to be in your mind.
Yeah, you got to be. We have to always be willing to adjust for one another so we can get to success. Any good relationship is going to take work. If you're not ready to work, I would suggest stay by yourself. 2,000
people, stay by yourself. If you can't get in it and understand that it takes work, it takes commitment, it takes more than prayer, it takes so much, but you've got to let the person understand, are you enough for me? And if you're not, let them go and be good for somebody else. Let them go and let them be good for somebody else because they're going crazy trying to be good enough for you. It's okay. You got to love yourself enough to know. Love yourself enough to know that I may not fit this relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to drive myself crazy trying to fit in your crazy. I'm not going to drive myself crazy, God bless you, Dad, trying to fit in something or force myself into something that I may not be enough for. And it's okay.
Yeah. We come in contact with too many people that have never had counseling.
Yeah.
We come into contact with too many people that have never, and when I'm talking about, premarital counseling.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Premarital.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Seeing if you guys even add up. And then you come in contact with people that have premarital counseling and then goes against what they've heard.
Right. And sometimes you've got it. The Bible says in its counsel of wise safety. It's safety and wise counseling. That means that you've got to speak to people and you've got to get wisdom. Understand, wisdom can come from just about any place where there's manifested evidence.
Especially if you're listening.
Right, especially if you're listening. I'm going to say it. You may not be enough for that person.
Yeah. That's all right.
And it's okay.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
but
fine.
I think the problem people are having, babe, is that they want to be good enough for the person that they love. Now that's hard. Suppose you're trying to be enough for the person that you love, but that person loves you, but you're never gonna match what is in their mind and in their heart. It's frustrating.
I do think for a man that a woman, I think it's all right for a woman to always keep a man at a point where she's raising the bar to make him better. To make him better and make him want to jump up higher.
But he's got to love enough to do that.
But he does
they
have to.
They got to love each other.
Yeah, but I think good communication, I think that's no problem. So we're not, and I want to make sure that we clarify that we're not talking about a woman or a man that is raising the bar to make the relationship better or to drive vision in the person, in the man or in the woman. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a badgering, abusive spirit that beats a person down till that person doesn't become who God really wants them to be.
But love is patient.
Yes.
And love is kind.
Yeah.
So it has to be a level of patience for a person to get to that level, babe.
That's right.
But suppose you with a person and it's never enough. They raise the bar too high.
Yeah. You can't go right.
They raise the bar too high and too
fast.
Quickly and too fast.
Too fast.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, this is the coupling series for today. It's never enough. If you are involved with anyone, and no matter what you do, if it is never enough, then you should please take inventory of who you connected to and why. If you are doing your level best, and that's what you can do right now. She said something went wrong. Okay, if you're with somebody and it's never enough, you've got to ask yourself, why are you doing this? Are you used to a certain lifestyle and now you're with someone and they can't give you that lifestyle? Are you frustrated because you assume that every man could do that?
Yeah.
That's wrong. Men, what is she asking you to do? Is she asking you to do something that's not so hard? Do you love her enough to do the small things? Amen.
We got a problem with men. We as men have a problem with small things.
Yeah.
That is across the board. I don't know. I haven't come in contact with a lot of men that have, we as men, we want to do the big thing. So once we feel like, it's something with us, and I'm talking to you ladies that has a good husband. I have that good fiance. We as men, we got bad habits. If we can get the car, we can get the home, we can get the living room suite, or we can get the big stuff. We have a problem sometimes keeping the flow going for small things. And that's something that I still have to work in my own head and own mind. And it really takes a relationship with the Holy Ghost so you can stay conscious of your partner and making sure that small things are being done.
And you did, you remember you said, you was like, I'm never gonna forget a holiday.
Nah.
You don't even have to remind me. I'm never gonna forget a holiday. And those small things, I'm gonna tell you what helps. When you see those small things, people, say something.
Please say you appreciate it. Please
appreciate it. If it's those small things, if he come home with a number 9,
please say it.
I thank you for the number 9 at the drive-thru, Fred. If he come home with a number 9, no matter what it is, if it's small and you're with anybody, show your gratitude.
Yeah.
Not your attitude.
Yeah.
And we're
going to
end with that. Show your gratitude and not your attitude. It helps them, if they love you, become better for you, for them, and for your environment, and of course for your relationship. If you're with someone and no matter what you do, it's never enough, It's never good enough. It may be that it may not be good enough for them. And if it's not good enough for them, it may be driving you crazy, and it's time for you to just think about some things, because maybe that's why it's not working, because they're right. You may not be good enough for them. You might be good enough for somebody else. We ain't breaking people up. We're just saying people are losing their mind and going crazy because they're trying to force something to fit. Remember, relationships that are selfish, they have the bottomless pit syndrome, and that is dangerous, because a bottomless pit is never satisfied, and that's selfish. All right, we're gonna get out of here. I love you guys. This is our series of coupling, and y'all ain't gonna see me till tomorrow morning for Call Chronicles, and Thursday night for what?
God's Man on Deck with Pastor Fred.
I love y'all. Bye-bye. Share this. Have a watch party.